I'm with Cooley. And 2017, a great year for public token sales. A lot of money raised. People were throwing money at entrepreneurs who had a blockchain idea. So things were just going very well. Mid-December, so we were all operating in this gray area, however, because the SEC didn't have any rules out there really that said this is how you do a public distribution of tokens. And so we had a little bit of guidance in June when the SEC came out with the Dow report. And I heard that the chairman believed that, he was very surprised that nobody really changed their ways after that report because he thought it was very clear that the commission viewed all these tokens as securities. So, we had something called the SAF framework. You do a private pre-sale relying on a Reg D exemption. People then go out and, generally solicit, relying on a different private placement exemption. And then at that point in time, if the network was developed and there was some use in that network for the token sale transpired. So what happened at the end of the year, in mid-December, the SEC finally decided to address utility tokens. And what they did was they pursued a company that was in the middle of a public token sale, Munchie. All they had was an idea. They were selling it like a security. They were saying, hey, you buy our tokens, you're going to make all this money. Once it's on the exchange, we're soliciting exchanges to list our token. And the SEC called them it was actually on the second day of their public token sale, and said, not a good idea, guys. So what Munchie did was they signed a cease and desist order. They paid back all the money. And the SEC took that opportunity in that settlement order to kind of talk about things that they found troubling in the utility token space. What then happened was the SEC chairman also issued a statement. Now, I worked for two chairmen at the SEC when I started my career, and it would have been really outrageous for the chairman to ever do a written statement expressing his personal views. He expresses his views, and he then went on to a PR junket where he was telling everybody who would listen he's never seen a token sale that wasn't a security involved, and that market professionals, lawyers, accountants, iBankers, anybody helping an issuer, you better beware, we're going to come after you. And so what ended up happening is everything stopped, at least in our world, because what we didn't want happening was our company suddenly being involved in an SEC investigation, which I tend to describe as being in hell without dying. You do not want to be involved in an SEC investigation. If you are planning or about to do a public token sale in the US, you will get a telephone call from the SEC. They are investigating token sales that occurred, the last quarter of last year, maybe kind of mid-June too. They are, in fact, looking for kind of interesting cases. And what they're doing, though, is they're trying to learn the space. They don't understand blockchain. We go in, we talk to them about blockchain. The last meeting I had with them, I brought a 23-year-old so that they could explain it in terms that the SEC could understand. And what securities professionals are also doing right now is we have a small industry group, 2 VCs, 3 law firms, NVCA, and 2 academics. We are meeting with the SEC at the end of March. We have a proposal for them to try to rationalize securities laws with public token sales. We'll see whether or not we make any headway. My suspicion is it's going to be a while before the SEC gets up to speed on this.